How's it going, everybody? So, today we're making coffee with black water, because why not? Something that I absolutely am forced to admit at this point is that I'm an impulse buyer, especially when it comes to potential coffee ideas and things like that. And this is absolutely no exception. I got suckered in by an advertisement that said, hey, only pay shipping and you get like a case of black water. And so it came out to like $8 for the case, and that's, you know, if I end up liking this, that's not bad. And at the very least, my curiosity will have been satisfied. So I'm familiar with the product, but I've never actually had it before. I've never even drank black water. But there's some pretty cool looking stuff in here. You've got fulvic, which is a polyphenol containing 77 plus trace minerals. Wow. Electrolytes, antioxidants, and amino acids. So, minerals and the mineral content of your water have a ton to do with the flavor that you could possibly get from your coffee. Now, I don't know if there's so much stuff in here that it's already reached sort of its saturation rate in a sense, like what kind of coffee is going to be made out of this, but it seems pretty neat. It seems like there's going to be interesting interactions with the coffee and the minerals and all the good stuff that's in here. So I say we just give it a shot and let's go for it. So we got our basic components. I'm really interested to try this because I sincerely don't have a single clue what's actually about to happen. How this coffee is going to interact with the electrolytes and the minerals and all the stuff in here is really intriguing to me. I don't even know, as far as the saturation rate, how much different it's gonna be. So how much is it actually even gonna taste like coffee? There's a lot of things that I don't really know. So what I'm kind of anticipating is, because there's already things that are infused or embedded, incorporated into this water, that it might be a better idea for me to let the coffee and the water interact for longer. So maybe do a finer grind, just so that really coffee can have that time to get extracted. I don't know if that's a good idea yet, but I guess there's one way to find out. So let's start getting this thing to temperature and grinding our coffee and go from there. Nothing to be terribly suspicious of yet. Water's going through the coffee grounds and the filter just fine. As far as the pace, let's see how this keeps along though. Oh yeah, that's trickling. Okay. Let's do the whole rest of the thing as a center pour and hope that our flow improves. Well, to no one's surprise, it's dark, but it is trickling. I'm gonna trust the process though and see what happens. I might lift up and move the coffee filter around a little bit though, just so it doesn't get too over extracted. I want to kind of get a general sense of what's happening without just tasting straight up bitter coffee. Woo, it's toasty. It's pretty ridiculously dark. That's fantastic though. We still got a little ways to go before it all passes all the way through. But there's something important to note about specialty coffee and preparing, especially preparing it at home. One of the best ways to not get over extracted coffee, if you've already kind of have a low flow rate, is to abandon ship and just drink what you've got and not let the rest of the over extracted coffee come into your cup. So I like the amount of coffee that I've got, and I think it's gonna taste better if I just put the rest in the sink. So here we go. All right. Oh yeah, that is wild. Let's just take that much. Woo! Well, let's find out if we made a mistake or not. All right, so we made coffee. Let's see how this tastes. Let's see how it smells for starters. Interesting. It smells like coffee. This is in Ethiopia. So far, the major thing that I'm getting is that it maybe is a little bit less fruity as far as the aromatics go. But there's only one way to tell how this is gonna taste, and that's by tasting it. It's so dark. Okay. Let's let's give this another try. So far I'm getting acidic. Very, very acidic. Please hold. Yeah, it's like the bitterness from the coffee meets the like acidity of like what, I don't know if it's the amino acids or what, but it's making my tongue feel kind of weird. Let's get in again. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can dissect a little bit more out of this instead of like just these extremes. Oh yeah, it's just, wow, it's weird how it can be both bitter and acidic. It's a weird combo. It's not fun. It's making my mouth kind of filmy. Yeah, we made a mistake. So for those of you who are ever wondering, mystery solved. This is not good. This could potentially be more balanced with a French press where you have an immersion method instead of a percolation method where you have to trust, you know, draw down and you have to go through a paper filter. Maybe you'd get more balance, ironically enough, from a French press where you don't have a paper filter that everything has to pass through. I wonder even if the paper filter messed with the water also and maybe didn't let certain things pass. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but all I know is we've made ourselves a cup of coffee that needs doctoring to finish. Oh yeah, and it's getting worse. And unfortunately, sometimes as it cools, it kind of comes into its own. It's actually getting worse. So I did it so you don't have to, so you're welcome. But honestly, let me know in the comments if there's anything else that you would like me to try, or if there's a type of roaster that you really like that you'd want me to review or something, because I love doing these types of videos. I love exploring and experimenting, and I love satisfying my curiosity with these types of things. I love experiments. I'll actually tell you the worst experiment that I ever did with coffee. I don't know what got me to this, but I was like, hey, what happened if we made a maca pot, but then we put it inside of a shelled jalapeno and we just ate it? And we did, and in case you were curious, it just tastes like a jalapeno. The jalapeno completely removes all coffee flavor from the whole thing. It was absolute trash. As like worse than this, significantly. So this isn't my worst experiment. I've made significantly worse decisions with coffee. In the name of science, of course. Yeah, well, I certainly hope you're drinking better coffee than this on your regular daily basis. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. So whatever you're doing and wherever you are, I hope you're drinking excellent coffee, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.